channel. If you're new here, my name is Toni and I'm a homeschooling mom to 4 kids. One of those kids is a boy. If you're watching this video, I assume you probably have a boy too. So you can feel my pain before I even talk about this video. It's a challenge. So I'm going to talk today about what it's really like to homeschool a boy. I feel like a lot of times when you look on Instagram or Facebook and you see all these other moms homeschooling and their kids are nicely sitting around the table or doing their schoolwork and, you know, perfect handwriting and holding their pencil perfectly and all this stuff, it can be discouraging if your kids aren't always like that or if they're never like that. Well, it's hard with a boy. And so sometimes when you see these pictures of these moms with boys and they look like they're little angels, but when you actually hear the real life true stories that they're not angels, it just helps us get through it. It helps us as moms to feel like, hey, this is real life. It's not perfect. Every day isn't, you know, kids sitting around the table listening and doing their best in their schoolwork. I'm new to this boy world, but I've heard enough from other moms that I feel like I can give you a little taste of what my experience has been like trying to homeschool my boy for the first year this year, and just share with you what's working for us, what our challenges have been, and I just hope that this will be something that can help you just feel a little bit better and realize that boys aren't easy, kids aren't easy. It's not easy to homeschool, but I think boys are just that tiny notch up of challenge. I think it takes a true homeschool warrior to homeschool a boy. So we're going to talk about that today. So stay tuned. So first of all, a little backstory on me. If you don't know me personally or you don't know about my family, I have 4 kids, but 3 of them are girls. So we went from girl, then we had another kid. It was a girl. Then my third one, I remember feeling very different in that pregnancy and thinking, this has got to be a boy. I bet this is a boy. I was like 100% sure this was a boy. When we went to get our ultrasound to find out if it was a boy or a girl, and the nurse told me it was a girl, I remember just thinking, no, there's no way. Like, it felt like a totally different pregnancy. I just thought, there's no way it's another girl. I wasn't disappointed. I thought she was wrong. I really thought, but she wasn't. It was a girl. Now, I absolutely love my girls. I don't think I could have been a boy mom, like a boy mom of like 4 boys. That would have been, I don't know. I have a friend who's got 5 or 6 boys now. And I mean, I don't know how she does it. So I had 3 girls. We were happy. Everything was great. My husband and I were like, we're done. We have this perfect family. It's just we have 3 is plenty. It was going great. They're wonderful, wonderful girls. Everything was pink. It was just super fun. Tea parties and dolls and just everything was wonderful. We've moved a lot since we got married. And so we moved into like our, I don't know, 5th house, I think. And we picked out this house. It had 4 bedrooms, which was perfect. 1 for me, 1 for each of my girls. Totally perfect. We were good to go. And I think we were there for maybe a month. And I went to my husband, I said, I think I want another baby. And he was surprised. I was surprised, but I did. I felt like we weren't done. We decided to try for another baby, but we talked about it and I was like, we need to be prepared for 4 girls. Are you okay with 4 girls? Am I okay with 4 girls? And we were just like, that's the way it's been so far. It's probably going to be a girl. So we were both fine with whatever the Lord decided to give us. And so I went through my pregnancy and it was different again, but at the same time, so was my 3rd one. So I was like, you know, whatever, it's probably a girl. Well, we did our gender reveal. We cut the cake open for this gender reveal. And I remember when I saw that blue cake, I was like, what? It was crazy. My husband and I both like flipped out. So it was amazing. It was super exciting. We just thought, okay, we've got a boy. This is awesome. We've always wanted a boy. So I feel like nobody really warned me what it was really like to have a boy. Now, I love my little boy more than anything. He's amazing, wonderful. I love all of my kids. They're all little angels sometimes, but I love them. I wouldn't change anything, and I'm so glad the Lord blessed me with him. But homeschooling is hard, and just raising a boy is hard. But there's things that he does that I'm like, I had 3 girls before this. None of them ever would have thought to do this. Like, why? I feel like I spend most of my days saying, why? Why are you doing that? Why did you think to do that? And any friend that I ever talk to that has a boy or a couple boys, a lot of my friends have multiple boys, and they look at me and they laugh and they say, that's a boy. So that's something that I feel like I can kind of make this general statement of homeschooling a boy is hard. Now, homeschooling is hard in general, and I understand that there's going to be girls that are going to fall in this category too. In teaching my son, first of all, the one thing is they don't like to sit still. Like, my girls liked sitting and doing school, especially when they were little. They wanted to do what the big sister was doing, and they wanted to sit at the table, and they wanted to have their own little workbook. He could care less. Like, if I let him go play or watch TV or go run around the neighborhood all day long, he would be, in heaven. He just doesn't want to do school. So that's the first thing. He just doesn't have that desire to do school that I feel like my girls did, especially when they were young. Now there's times now where they're older and they're like, oh, I don't want to do school. But in general, they've always been pretty diligent, but he doesn't want to sit still for too long. If the cat comes in the room, he's going to leave his chair and he's going to go run and chase the cat. You've probably seen that in some of my videos before when I did Day in the Lives with him. Everything he does is for the audience. He just loves to make my girls laugh. He loves to make me laugh. If somebody laughs, we're done with, because he's not going to get back to his work and get back to normal because he's made someone laugh. So now he's going to continue on, and it has been a challenge trying to get him to focus, trying to get him to, our lessons are not that long. Our lessons are 2 pages at the most, usually with a game thrown in there. And it's still a challenge to get him to do it. But I will tell you, I want to talk about the good and the beautiful for pre-K. That's what we're working on this year. And that's another thing. When my girls were 5, they were doing kindergarten. Like, they were doing kindergarten work because they like to sit and do school. They all were starting to really read, and they were all really reading by 6, I would say. He's nowhere near it. And I had to tell myself that was a hard thing. I had to get to where I realized he's not going to be starting 1st grade when he's 6, and that's fine. And a lot of friends that I know that have boys, they don't start when the girls start. They're not ready. So it's kind of all mental. You just have to be prepared for it. And after 3 girls, I was not prepared for this. I was not prepared for the energy that he has. Let's talk about the good and the beautiful. So I really love this curriculum. I'm going to show you some clips of how it works with him. And he is crazy. And you'll see that, he says the wrong answers sometimes to be funny, and he goofs off and puts his feet up in the air and all kinds of stuff. But he is learning. He may not be learning at the pace that my girls did, but he is learning his alphabet. He's learning his numbers.
Tell me a letter and close your eyes.
Okay, so tell me what letter this is first. G.
Now close your eyes.
Wait, now you have to find the G in this pile. So you've got G here. Find the G in this pile.
Now close your eyes.
Okay. Show me when you
Mom,
find it.
I found it the one that goes with that.
Good. So we've got, which one's uppercase? Uppercase G.
Lowercase
G. Good. Now what animal here?
No,
what picture?
close your eyes.
Wait, you have to do this one first. Hold on. Find the animal that goes with G. G. What says G? G. G. Which animal says that? Is that it?
No.
No.
It's not the same color.
What is that animal?
A duck.
A goose.
A goop, goop, goop,
Hey,
goop.
does
Goop, 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 goop.
hey, does goose say G? G. Goose?
Yeah.
G. G. Goose?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, go to the next
G,
one
good.
here.
Now close
G.
your eyes.
Good. Okay, no, do this one first.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead. What letter is this? What letter is that?
H.
H. Good. Now find the lowercase h.
Close your eyes.
Okay. Oh, you did it. Okay.
good.
What sound does H make?
I will find it.
Hey, listen. What is that? What is that? Hen.
Hen. I'm a hen. I'm a hen.
Hen. How you doing?
Open. Open.
Okay, let's see. Oh, now those are the same color. Okay. Those are the same color, but that's not that sound. What letter is this?
Say.
J.
Jonah.
Like Jonah. Now look at me. Look at me. Hey, look at me. So we've got uppercase. Look at me. Can we be serious?
Yeah.
Uppercase what?
Say.
J.
Say.
Lowercase J. And does that say J? No, that's an igloo. Find one that says J. Lion? No.
This one is blue, so yeah.
It's blue, but what is it?
Jellyfish.
Jellyfish. Give me 5. Give me 5. Hey, give me 5. Good.
I'm saying jellyfish.
Very good.
What's my
Okay, put your feet down. Do the next one.
Next one.
You'll see in one of the clips that they actually are teaching the difference between a penny, a nickel, and a dime at this age, at pre-K, at 5. And some pre-K kids might be 4. But he already knows the difference between those 3 coins because they have them do things like put the penny on the square, put the dime on the triangle, and he knows how to do that, and I love that. I think that is one of the coolest parts of how they bring it all together so that they're not just learning their shapes, they're pointing to their shapes and they're putting coins on their shapes, which I think is super awesome and such a great idea. What are these again? We've got square, circle, oval, triangle.
Fun.
Okay, ready? Put the penny on the circle. Put the nickel on the
oval.
Put the nickel on the oval.
Okay. What's in there?
You know what the nickel is?
This?
Yeah, put the nickel on the oval.
Nickel on the novel.
On the novel.
Novel.
Oval.
Oval.
Put the dime on the square.
Where's that time? Right here?
Yep, put the dime on the square.
With this.
Yes.
Okay.
Good, very good. Put the penny on the triangle.
This is a triangle.
That's not a triangle.
I know this is a triangle.
Silly. The other thing I love so much that they have in this program, in the Good and the Beautiful pre-K, is all the games. They have all these super fun, so cute games. And I really think that is something that he needs as a boy more than my girls ever needed. Now, I think they would have enjoyed it too, but they were also able to just sit and do a workbook, and they were fine with that. Where he really needs this hands-on. One of the games you're gonna see is hide a pet. You take these little pets and you hide them underneath a piece of furniture or something that would be in the house, and each piece of furniture has the letter on it, and he has to go through and say the letter to me in order to pick up the furniture and see if the pet is underneath. It is so cute, and it's so fun because he doesn't know all of his letters because I can't get him to do his schoolwork every single day. But he's learning it in a fun way, and sometimes I feel like he thinks with the games, they're just fun. They're not actually learning, but he is. Okay, so Joe, we're gonna play hide and seek pets, right?
What?
Okay, so close your eyes. Okay, so we're gonna take these little pets and hide them underneath of one of these things, and he's gonna close his eyes and not look. Okay, hide. Don't look. Don't look. And then,
Looking at the table.
okay, you can open your eyes, but don't touch any yet, okay? So you have to tell me, if you tell me the letter name, then you can pick it up and see if the pet is underneath.
Is it L?
Is it L? Now you can pick it up. Oh, but you got the letter right. That was good. Okay. All right, pick another letter. You have to tell me before you can pick it up. H. Okay, check underneath. Oh, you got the letter right though.
I'll forget it.
Okay, tell me first.
C.
G. Good. Yeah! Okay. What letter is that? What letter? Do you know? Mmm.
N.
Mmm. You're close. Mmm. M.
Mommy.
M. Okay, you can open it. Let's see.
Ah.
Oh. Okay, next one. Next
I'll
one.
take a count.
What is? Up. You gotta tell me the letter first. You know that letter. It's in the beginning of the alphabet. How does the alphabet go? Wait, don't look.
I see it.
You cheated. Well, then you have to tell me the letter.
That was a paper.
Tell me
You
the.
took the paper off and put it under the.
What letter is that? How do you start your alphabet? What's the first letter? When you're singing your ABCs, what do you say? What does her name start with?
A.
Okay, so we go A. No, nope, that's not an A. I just want you to go through. A.
I stop.
Nope, it's not a B. Keep going.
C.
Is that a C? No, look at it. What's the next one?
A, B, C, D.
Is that a D?
Yeah.
Is that a donut and a stick?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
oh, let me see your
I
little
know.
pet.
I got you that.
That's really cute. They have one where it's a fly swatter. They have these letters on paper. He has to swat the letter. So like if it says, where's the L? He has to swat the L with a fly swatter. I mean, that is genius. A boy to be able to swat a piece of paper with a fly swatter, whoever came up with that is completely a genius because he loves it. That is such a fun game. They just have a lot of like different components where it's not just a workbook, and that's what he needs. So that is something that I've really learned this year, as long as he's learning. So that's just something that I have had to tell myself so that I'm not comparing my kids. We always say, don't compare yourself to other people and don't compare your kids to other people's kids. Don't compare your own kids to each other. That can be really dangerous too, because they're all different. God's made all these amazing little kiddos, completely different. I'm learning every single day the best way for this little boy to learn, the best way that he learns, and it's just amazing. But it takes patience. Like when I was growing up, my mom said, don't ever pray for patience because the Lord's gonna test you. Well, guess what? You need to pray for patience because homeschooling takes a lot of patience, and homeschooling a boy, at least in my opinion, takes a whole lot more patience than anything else. So this is my handsome little boy. What is your favorite part of school? What's your favorite thing that we do? Do you like writing? Do you like when you have to write with your pencil? No, you don't like that. Okay. What about when you cut? Do you like when you get to cut some of those pages? That is one of his favorite parts. They have pages where they have to cut. Like, is it all straight lines or some of them like zigzags? Some of them are zigzags, right? Can you tell me your favorite game? Now he's super calm and super shy, and apparently he doesn't like to talk to the camera like his mom does. Another thing I've learned that I think is probably a boy thing, and please understand that these generalizations, I know that it's not gonna fall in every single boy, that it's not going to necessarily be true for that boy. And I know that there's some girls it's going to be true for. So don't get me wrong. Don't go crazy or anything. I'm just saying, in general, I've noticed that my son, compared to my girls, has this like, I can see why a lot of guys go into engineering because his mind is always going. He's always like trying to figure stuff out. He's always like taking stuff apart. We give him an entire toolbox with a bunch of real tools. The only thing we had to take away was the hammer because I think he tried to hit one of his sisters with it. So that got taken away. But if he can ever use his screwdriver and try to take something apart, it's like you can just see this light bulb go off. And it's just amazing because that's just the way his mind works. So I think if you can find even curriculum that kind of goes along with it, like he loves cutting. My girls kind of could care less about cutting. I don't know if it's that engineering, like thinking aspect. He usually sticks out his tongue and he's cutting real carefully because some of the cuts are like straight across and then some go like in and then they'll go up and then over, but he's really got to like concentrate. And I feel like that's something that really works in his brain that maybe it didn't for the girls. They didn't really care about it, where he's not going to sit and color. He has no interest in coloring at all, but he loved to cut, or, you know, doing something with kinetic sand, or, you know, so like I remember in one of the lessons, they had them, or they've done this in multiple lessons, but the first lesson that we had to do, they said, make the letter A out of Play-Doh. He thought that was the coolest thing. And I think a lot of kids would probably enjoy that, but that's not something I ever really needed to do with my girls, because they just kind of got it while doing it on paper. Him being able to I made an A out of Play-Doh, and then he made an A out of Play-Doh, and it was like, he thought that was the coolest thing. It just worked for him. I don't think he needs to be doing school for, you know, a couple hours. He's 5. So even if it only takes him 20 minutes, getting him to sit still for 20 minutes is a chore in itself. I would recommend this curriculum. I just think it's awesome. It's been so good. And especially if you have a boy, I really think this teaches enough without being too much. And I just think it's awesome. I love it. I'm not affiliated with them in any way. I'm just sharing with you what has worked for us this year, in case you have a boy and you're like pulling your hair out because you don't know what to do. Well, that was me last year when I started to homeschool him, and I was just like, no, he's not ready. I need to focus on the girls, because all he did was came in here and distracted them and made me crazy. So this year we're really doing it, but he's doing just so good, and I just love all the different components of this curriculum and how it works, and it's super fun. So look at this beautiful photograph of a little brown bird.
Wow.
A painting or a drawing is made by a person using paint, crayons, or pencils. Did you know that? Mm-hmm. Okay. A photograph comes from someone taking a picture with a camera. Where's our camera?
It's in the living room.
Is it?
No.
Is it? Is the camera in the living room?
Yeah.
Look at me. Do you see any other cameras?
Yeah, there's 2 cameras.
Where's the other camera?
The 3 cameras.
This one looking in your face?
Yeah.
Yeah. I am going to read a poem about a little brown bird while you look at the picture, okay? A little bird with feathers brown sat singing on a tree. The song was very soft and low, but sweet as it could be. I'm going to have you repeat me this time. You ready?
Okay.
A little bird with feathers brown sat singing on a tree. Here, you repeat. You repeat.
Sat singing on a tree.
The song was very soft and low.
The song was very soft and low,
but sweet as it could be.
yeah,
Hey,
sweet as it can be.
very good, kind of.
Very good.
Okay. Hey, I want you to find and circle 2 letter A's. Take this pencil. I want you to look in the poem, and you have to find 2 letter A's and circle them. A. Good. Okay, see if you can find another one. Are you holding your pencil right, or do you have a lot of fingers on there?
1 finger.
Okay,
2.
you can use 1 or 2.
Outside the south one.
Do you have another letter A? Find another A.
With a little tie.
That's really great. Okay.
That's how I do it.
So this was a real life glimpse of what it's like to try to homeschool a boy. It's not easy. Homeschooling is not easy in general, but add a little boy on top of it, especially if you're a girl mom, like I have been for many, many years, and I've been homeschooling girls for many, many years. It's a big difference and it's a big challenge, but I'm gonna do it. He's really smart, and I just know if I stick with it, if I have patience, and I use the right tools, I think this could be amazing. It's not gonna be easy though. Let me know if you have any tips or tricks that work with boys. I could use all the help I could get, but we're getting there. So I hope this was helpful. I hope you guys enjoyed this. And as always, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Say like and subscribe. Say it. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. Like and subscribe.